Alright, so before we get into the video, we're going to be talking about the Yermo Rigondeaux versus Jamriel Casimero post-fight review. So Jamriel Casimero defeats Yermo Rigondeaux by a split decision and retains his title. My thoughts on it, what a boring fight, dude. Just what a terrible fight. Like, it's not really Casimero's fault. It's part of his fault. He could have been a little bit more aggressive, because there was times where Casimero was more aggressive and he was hurting Rigondeaux. But like he wasn't really being aggressive, but mainly this was Yermo Rigondeaux's fault. Literally, he wasn't doing anything. He was moving his feet around, doing head movement. That's good, like very very surprised, about how good his head movement was. But he wasn't throwing anything. He was doing these little jabs that weren't really doing anything, and he wasn't really throwing. Like, and there was parts where, like, he could have just countered Casimero, and he could have hit him with his power shot, and probably would have dropped Casimero. There was so many parts where he could have done that, but no, he just kept, like, he did this on purpose. This is the thing that really annoyed me, because it's really obvious that he did this on purpose, because there's no way in hell that he could have not seen that for the IQ, the kind of IQ that Rigondeaux has. He could have saw that easily. Like, that dude has great timing and great IQ. Like, he saw that, bro. He saw that. He just chose not to do that. And he was very disrespectful to the crowd. Like, literally the crowd was booing, like roaring boo. And then he didn't give a damn. He was just sticking with his boxing. You could have just turned up the notch a little bit more and threw more punches. But no, he was literally just, like, it was a boring fight, dude. See, whenever Yermo fights, just don't watch him, dude. He's boring. Not saying he's terrible, but he is boring, bro. Absolutely boring. Good footwork, good head movement, power. I just don't know why he wasn't letting his hands go this fight. Me personally, I thought that Casimero edged it. I didn't score it, but the way I was watching, I did have Casimero edging it. Good, like, close fight, but boring fight, dude. Like, this was terrible, especially for the hype of this kind of fight. This was terrible, bro. I recommend you not to watch Rigondeaux fight again, dude. Like, this wasn't even Casimero's fault. This was literally Rigondeaux's fault, bro, for this boring fight, dude. This was just terrible, a freaking disgrace. But anyways, on to the video. Hey, what's up, y'all? Preston from Fight Media 360 here. So this is a quick preview and prediction for Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas. So before we get into all this, I just want to say this fight will be taking place on this week, August the 21st, on Saturday, and this will be on pay-per-view, and this will be airing on Fox PBC. So yeah. So if you want to order this fight, if you have cable, you can order it on cable. But if you don't, I believe you could go to just Fight TV to order it, I believe. I'm not sure, but I haven't really checked. But I think that's really just how it goes. But I'm not very sure. But yeah. So now and also you guys probably already know this. But if you guys don't know, Yordenis Ugas wasn't actually supposed to be Manny Pacquiao's original fighter. To fight. It was actually supposed to be Errol Spence Jr., but he pulled out due to an eye injury. Prayers definitely go up to him. I hope he heals well, and I hope I see this fight in the near future. And we probably will. It's hard to not see this fight. Anyways, now we got that out the way. So now I'll talk about the odds and then what they need to do to win, and then my final prediction. So let's start. So Manny Pacquiao is listed as a negative 430 favorite over Yordenis Ugas. So yeah, he's a pretty sizable favorite over Yordenis Ugas. So yeah. So now we got that out the way. So now I'll talk about what they need to do to win, and then my final prediction. So let's start off with the sizable favorite, Manny Pacquiao. So what I'd like to see from Pacquiao is really just do what he does and try to box Yordenis Ugas. But really just the key is really to try to beat Yordenis to the punch, because both of them are very fast punchers, don't get me wrong. Like, they are very fast punchers, but Pacquiao probably has a slight edge to it, so he definitely needs to use his speed to try to, get in the inside, punch Yordenis Ugas, and then get out, and then kind of like use your jab to kind of like time your way in, and then kind of like use your like really fast footwork to move around, and then try to pick your shots against Yordenis Ugas, and then pretty much just try to like hit the body of Ugas too, because Ugas, I mean, he's not saying he's soft at on the body, but I'm just saying, like, like I would like to see more body shots in this fight, because really Pacquiao isn't much of a body puncher himself. He is much of like a head hunter. He does hit the body. Don't get me wrong. He does hit the body, but he's more of a head hunter kind of type of fighter. But he likes to time to the body and then hit to the head. But he isn't like his game plan isn't to hit the body though. Really, in fights, he really is just focused on hitting the head. So in this fight, like, definitely hit the head more, but you definitely need to go to the body also more. But really, he just needs to use his speed, use his techniques, use your jab to time your way in against Ugas, and just try to dominate the fight by doing that. You know. So that's what Manny Pacquiao needs to do to win. So yeah. So now for the underdog, Yordenis Ugas. So what I would like to see from Yordenis Ugas is I would like to see him pretty much slow down the older man of Manny Pacquiao. I would like to see him rip to the body against Pacquiao. The key to victory is to really hurt the body of Pacquiao. Try to come up close and take chances to kind of like come up close and really try to tear up the body of Pacquiao. Because Yordenis Ugas body, his body activity is very underrated, because he is very good at hitting the body. I know that people don't really notice that, but he is very like good at hitting the body. People talk about Terrence Crawford or like Errol Spencer saying they're the best body punchers, which is true. Most definitely, they're most definitely better at hitting the body than Yordenis Ugas, but Yordenis Ugas is still very good at hitting the body. So he definitely needs to do that, and then kind of like go like 1-2 to the body, 2 hooks to the body, and then one hook to the head, kind of like what Keith Thurman did in the fight against Danny Garcia, where you went 1-2, he did 2 hooks to the body, and then you did a hook to the head, to like the face, and it kind of stunned Danny Garcia. And also what I would like to see from Pacquiao is really be careful, because I know that Ugas isn't much of a power puncher himself, but like he is a lot bigger than Pacquiao, I believe. Yeah, he is a lot bigger than Pacquiao. So he can't stun Pacquiao, because Pacquiao has gotten stunned. He has gotten stunned by Keith Thurman, got knocked the hell out by Juan Manuel Marquez. He did get a little bit. He did get kind of stunned by Jeff Horn a bit, but we all know who won that fight. That was just a clear robbery. Somehow I don't know why they would rob him, but and then he got rocked by many of people. Even Mayweather, he got rocked. So he definitely needs to be careful of you guys. He can't be overconfident, because then he could be overconfident again and then get dropped by you guys. So he definitely needs to be careful of that. But now we're talking about Ugas again. So, I would really just like to see him just tear up the body of Pacquiao. I kind of like it would to go 2 hooks to the body and then 1 hook to the head, and then also use that jab to kind of like keep Pacquiao at range. Use that really strong jab. Even though Ugas doesn't really have a strong jab, he needs to kind of like use a tight jab against Pacquiao. Kind of like shove that jab into his face, and then kind of like do a hook to the body, and then and move your feet around when you're doing that, because you can't just do a jab and then stand at one spot against Pacquiao, because Pacquiao is a very fast fighter at coming the inside and getting his punches in and coming out very fast at doing that. So he definitely needs to move his feet around against Pacquiao. He needs to use your jab, move your feet around, kind of tear up the body, go body to head. And then he needs to do a hook, and then do kind of like a straight, do like a straight hook, not straight hook, but yeah, like a straight hook to the body, and then pretty much just do that and try to win on points against Pacquiao. So that's what Yordenis Ugas needs to do to win. So yeah. So my final prediction for this fight, this is a good fight. It's definitely a good replacement. you know, it's definitely a good fight. Like, I'm not slouching on his fight, but like, I just think the right choice is a Manny Pacquiao, very close unanimous decision. It's hard not to go against. It's hard to like not. It's hard to go against Pacquiao in this fight. It's just the skills of Pacquiao, and the experience of Pacquiao, and the legend that he is, and the quickness of him, and just the experience of him being in the higher level. It's just significant over Ugas, and I just think that experience, the speed, you know, the techniques and the ability to, you know, make adjustments in fights is going to really favor Manny Pacquiao in this fight. So that's why I favor Manny Pacquiao to win this fight by a close unanimous decision. So yeah. So that's my final prediction. I got Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao by a close unanimous decision. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm Preston from Fight Media 360, and thank y'all for watching this video.